Welcome to this week's G.I. Joe toy review, where this is week number 4 and the last week of the Dreadknoks, the month number 2, and we will be reviewing the Dreadnought Thunder. But before we get to reviewing Thunder, we will do our usual shout out to Back to the Media, which is located at 41 South Loudon Street here in Winchester, Virginia, on the Walking Mall, where you get your vintage video games, playsets, music, movies, toys, more. And there's their website, backtothemedia.com. You hit them up on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And I also want to throw a little shout out to Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles, which is on 115 South Loudon Street in Winchester, Virginia, right there on the Walking Mall also. And there's their email address, timetraveltoys@gmail.com. You find them on Facebook. So when you go in, you see Charles, tell him Mark, or as he knows me better as Dale, send you in there to see him. Go check him out because he got an awesome collection of collectible stuff. And they've got a whole lot of collectible toys and whatnot, and comics and whatnot. So go ahead and check them out. So let's start out with Thrasher's file card. Here you go, codename Dreadknok Thunder. And his real name is Brutus Cross, which was actually kind of different from the file name that he was originally given, because his last name was originally Lacrosse, and he's from Brussels, Belgium. And his primary weapon is a mace, combat gear is knives. And Dreadknok Thunder was spoiled and rotten as a child, but getting everything was never enough to satisfy him. When he was in his teens, he stole a motorcycle and hit the road to corruption. He ended up in the swamps, where the Dreadknoks welcomed him into the fold and channeled his destructive tendencies into profitable acts of sabotage and chaos. Okay, so let's take a look at his accessories, which he comes with the typical figure stand that all G.I. Joe figures of the modern era come with the upraised Cobra logo and Thunder on the front. And as you can see, the 2-foot pegs for his feet. And the only weapon he comes with is his mace on a lacrosse stick, which is actually which is like one of my favorite Dreadnought weapons of all time. It's like ranks up there with Ripper's gun with the blade on it, which also came with Serana. And I think it's like a very awesome figure, or a very awesome weapon. So let's take a look at before we get into looking at him. He was known originally in the G.I. Joe universe as Thrasher, but due to copyright, the fact that Hasbro lost the copyrights to Thrasher to the skateboarding magazine, they had to change his name to Thunder. So let's take a look at Thrasher here. He's got his slick gel back hair with the green highlight going through the side. And then he's got his little, looks like lacrosse shoulder pads with a green t-shirt, green midriff t-shirt, sleeveless t-shirt underneath that. With on each side, he's got brown elbow pads on each arm with the little gray spots right there on the elbows. Black pants with gray knee pads. Pants continue to go all the way down to his, looks like he's got brown boots. Take a look at the articulation. Typical articulation, where he's got 360 all the way around with his head. Got great motion to look up and down. Wiggles all around. His arm can raise to about there due to the shoulder pads. Can swivel all the way around. Of course, he has to spread out for a minute because of the wideness of the shoulder pads. He also comes with the ab crunch feature. His legs spread typical T-hook at the legs where they spread it about there. His legs come about to about here. He also goes with the typical double knee joints. And his ankle can swivel, both ankles, and he's got the rocker at the ankle. So let's take a look at Mace all set up in his battle ready. And here we go with Thunder all set up in battle gear with his mace. That'll be kind of a scary sight seeing somebody come down with a lacrosse mace coming at you. But he made his first comic book appearance in issue number 51 alongside of Sandar. And he made his first animated appearance in Arise Serpentor Arise Part 1. My thoughts on Thunder is great image character, rider of the very first actual vehicle for the Dreadknoks, not opposed to Sartan Swamp Skier. But the Thunder Machine was an awesome ride, set up for that time. I would rank Thunder as a middle tier figure because he was like, his whole character wasn't really explained too well. Two different origins on both the animated series and the comic book with two different scenarios. And so I like to sit there and say, if you want to see the vintage version of Thunder, when he was known as Thrasher, we came with the Thunder Machine. Check out Hoodie Cobra Commander 78H channel, as well as Forum BX257. And while I'm there, speaking of Hoodie Coco, once again, thanks for a wonderful 5 years and keep up with the 5 more years of videos. Maybe more years than 5. But to see modern reviews of Thunder, you check out Sanitarium Productions, SW said Kizuko, I hope I said it right, J-Train 997, and more. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching. And next month, I'm going on a very, very exact same theme of Dreadknoks theme number 3, as we will be reviewing the Dreadnok Pirate Zanzibar. So tune in next week as we will go into Dreadknoks month number 3, as we do another set of 4 Dreadknoks. So I'd like to see y'all next week. Y'all have a good week and enjoy y'all's rest of your April. See you next week.